Helen Keller was once quoted as saying, "Blindness separates people from things, deafness separates people from people." Hello, I'm Pamela Martin. During my 35-year career as a broadcaster, it was a privilege to bring important news events into people's homes. It was my role as a journalist to help my audience stay connected to our ever-changing world. Hearing health is a vital way to stay connected in our relationships, which improves our overall well-being. It's for that reason that it's important to get to know your local hearing professional. Today, I'm talking with Perry Noble, a registered hearing instrument practitioner and owner-operator of the HearingLife Clinic in Victoria, Gordon Head. So Perry, welcome. Nice to have you here.
Hi, Pamela. Thank you for having me. It's a pleasure to sit with you and have these conversations.
Oh, thank you. So tell us, Perry, what is it that inspired you to want to work in hearing health?
I was pursued by my mother. So she worked for Oticon, who's a hearing aid manufacturer. Her passion for the industry opened my eyes for the importance of hearing healthcare. So I feel hearing is one of the most important senses next to sight. It's rewarding to see our clients reconnect with the world with improved sound.
Absolutely. So can you tell us about some of the memorable experiences that you've had with clients?
Some of the most memorable experience is when we have a hearing aid user reconnect with their family through improved sound quality. It shows how vital our relationships are and how essential hearing is to those connections.
So what are the most common causes of hearing loss in adults, Perry?
The most common cause of hearing loss is both aging and noise exposure. To talk a little bit, I want to talk about the anatomy of the ear. The cochlea is in your inner ear. It's as big as the tip of your pinky. It's filled with fluid and hair cells. Sound vibrations activate these hair cells, which sends sounds to your brain. As we age, it's natural for some of these hair cells to start to die. It's called age-related hearing loss or presbycusis. Unfortunately, with noise exposure, like industrial noise, it rapidly increases the rate of these hair cells dying. There's no medication that can repair these hair cells. Hearing aids can help mitigate the signs of hearing loss and amplify the key speech frequencies.
So there's really nothing you can do to stop this from happening. But if you get a hearing aid, you can really improve the quality of your life.
Yeah. Many of my hearing aid users find impacts in terms of social interactions, workplace communications, and overall life quality.
Well, I know from my mother, for example, she had a hearing loss, and we thought maybe she was just experiencing dementia, but it turned out it was just that she couldn't hear, and once she could, it changed her life. She was back.
Amazing. Yeah, it shows that you can't really remember what you didn't hear in the first place.
Right. So tell us about what happens when someone comes in for a hearing test.
When someone comes in for a hearing test, we place them in a sound booth, and our first test is called beep detection. We put headphones in the ears, and you listen to certain beep sounds in different frequencies and different levels. We're looking for the softest level you can hear those beeps. Each time you hear a beep, you either press a button or you say yes. Following beep detection, we do a word clarity test. I'm going to play some words for you, and you repeat them back to me the best you can. We want to see how well you hear in clarity.
I actually did the test myself, and I found it was really easy. It was comfortable. It was, not very strenuous at all, but very thorough. So, I really thought it was a great test to have, and I think you might even know what the results were.
We did. So we took a look at your hearing test, and you got a very thorough examination at a HearingLife clinic, which is great to see. Your hearing is within the range of normal, but there is a small deterioration at 8,000 hertz. This is not uncommon.
Okay.
We do suggest that you do get an annual hearing test just to monitor any change, or if you find there is any change, please contact your local hearing provider.
I will. Okay, thank you. So after you get the hearing test, then what happens to the person?
After a hearing test, we show you an audiogram. It's a visual representation of your hearing. There's frequencies and decibels. Anything 25 decibels or softer is considered normal for hearing. If your hearing falls out of the range of normal, you may be a hearing aid candidate, depending on your social interactions and your lifestyle.
So let's talk about hearing aids, because I do think that some people are very self-conscious and they feel like it sends a message about them. Maybe they're old or something. I mean, what do you think about hearing aids?
Hearing aids have improved a fair bit over the last couple of years in terms of design and technology. They're no longer these big beige bananas that used to hang behind our grandparents' ears. They've come a long way for technology with rechargeable batteries, connectivity to Bluetooth, and even applications on your cell phone. There's two main styles. One hearing aid that goes over the ear with a thin little wire in front and a soft dome that goes in the ear. Very discreet. There's another style that's called invisible in the canal. It's molded for your ear canal, which fits nice and snug, and you really can't see them much at all.
That's amazing. So they can be virtually invisible, which I think really makes a big difference for a lot of people. So is it possible that hearing loss can happen just by buildup of wax in the ear?
Yeah, so excessive wax can certainly cause hearing loss. Before we do a hearing test, we do a visualization of the ear canal. I take a look in your ear with an otoscope, which shows me your ear canal and your eardrum. If we find there's an excessive buildup of wax, we have the tools to remove it for you. There's either manual removal or irrigation in terms of water. If we remove the wax, it does make for a more accurate hearing test.
And it's really not a big deal to remove it.
Correct.
And I think it makes a big difference. I know someone in my family had that problem, and once the wax was gone, they could hear perfectly.
Amazing.
Yeah, it really was. Well, thank you so much, Perry. We really appreciate your sharing your knowledge with us.
Thank you so much, Pamela.
Isn't it true that when our eyes start to fail, we get our vision tested, or we see a dentist to maintain our oral health? Well, sadly, many people ignore the early signs of hearing loss. After all, our hearing is such an important sense, one that can significantly impact the quality of life. So don't let hearing loss stop you from living your best life. Book a free hearing test with Perry Noble and his team today and experience how their personalized care can help you keep being you. So what are you waiting for? Get to know your local hearing professional. Visit hearinglife.ca/Gordonhead and love your ears.